Okay, it is Monday, April 8th, 2019. Right now it's early morning, but I don't have enough time to do the full workout, so at least do the first exercise. Probably as soon as I get done with work, I'll do the second half. Probably should do the warm-up first, but I'm going to set the weight. Alright, yeah, we're going to do the warm-up first, so I have even less time than I thought. Now I'm going to splice these two videos together. Alright, so first things first. Get the warm up. I probably should stretch out at least a little bit for that first exercise. There it goes. Not much of a stretch session, but a little better than nothing. All right. Squats. All right, now the bends. Like I said, probably just the first exercise. At least get something started in the morning. Should have woke up earlier. Should have went to bed earlier. Should have done less yesterday. Even though I really didn't get too much done. All right. There we go. Gonna do a quick breath exercise. Yep. Feels about right. This is going to be just military press or shoulder press. I'm going to err on the side of leaning back a little bit sometimes. Hopefully I won't have to, and have the angle forward a little bit. I'll show you what I mean. All right, so basically trying to do kind of straight up, but I might lean it forward a little bit like that. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. well, if that's me first in the morning, this might be the exercise I up the weight, but I don't think it is. I think I'm going to switch from the second exercise, which is lat pull downs, and switch that to chin ups, maybe with the backpack and some weight in the backpack. All right. Do a quick breath session. Knew the weight was going to bump me in the head. I was going a little too fast with that one. Right, that last set bumped me in the head. Not too hard. And the weights are relatively soft compared to other weights, so it's good. And really, it was just barely a tap. I had pretty good control of it, but I want to avoid that a lot. All right, one more set of these, and this video is going to be done. In order for me to get everything done before work properly. Like I said, I should have got up earlier. This will be a set of 10. So first was 6, second was 8, third's gonna be 10. This is one of the few exercises I do 3 sets on. Just a normal thing. Upper body right out of the first exercise. Upper 1 and upper 2, both 3 sets. But enough jawing on my part. Alright, maybe I don't need to up the weight. I actually fucking grunted on that one. Not like a huge grunt, but more than I like to do. Alright, that's enough for this. Can't believe that little bit made me sweaty. Weird. Alright. Be back for more soon. Okay. We are getting this done. There we go. Oh, just realized, according to the book, it's not here. went to work, came back, ready for the rest of the workout. All right, let's see. And this morning I'd have to use the trusty rusty light, so I don't have to. So yay on that. Lat pull downs. First set of 6, then a set of 8. Okay. And this might be what I change into chin-ups. All right. All right. That right there. Get this right in the right proper spot. Probably should do some breathing first. Oh, that's a good stretch. Did not stretch out enough. Man, that feels good. All right. Got a lot of stuff to do, probably. All right. Wow. All right. That's pretty heavy. I don't think I'm upping that anytime soon. I like the way that feels. It's manageable, but it's definitely a challenge. I don't know if it's worse that I did the first exercise earlier this morning, or if I came at this fresh, basically fresh today. Don't know which one's worse. All right, next thing is a set of 8 of those guys. Quick breathing exercise. Like I said, in theory, it should be about 2 minutes between sets. And maybe each set takes at most 30, I was gonna say 30 seconds, but yeah, in theory. Let's see here. All right. Not all sets being equal. That last 5th exercise should be less space between sets because it's like sets of 5. It's 4 sets of 5, and the first set's one set of 15. No weight changes. But basically, let's just compute the 4. It takes me 30 seconds to go through a set. And I'm doing a 1.5 minute rest. That's 2 minutes. So the first exercise takes 3 sets. So that's 6 minutes. Then the next exercise will be this exercise. There's 2 sets. So that's 10 minutes now. 6 plus 4, 10. Next exercise, I think, is 2. Yeah, 2 sets of dips. So that's another 4 minutes, so 14 minutes. Next set is 2 sets. That's the incline curls. That's going to be, I'm pretty sure, 2 sets. So that's going to end up being like, what we're at, 14. So now we're at 18. In theory, upper body exercise Monday, upper body Monday should take, even if I'm doing a 1.5 minute rests in between, 20 minutes. And I'm taking about an hour. So I'm doing longer rest periods. I don't think any of my sets take more than 30 seconds. Really have to watch the video and time this out. But yeah, there's a lot of things I could tighten up on this. And I do like the talking session, which is what I'm doing right now. And I believe that you like it as well. Oh yeah, by the way, this video, unless you have a specific reason to watch it, it's probably a waste of your time. So please don't. I should have started every strength workout video that way. Anyway. All right. So, set of 8, and I lightened the load a little bit. Increase the reps by a little bit, lighten the load a little bit. good. This reminds me of the times with talking in between sets with my friends. Everybody's switching off, talking, joking around about stuff. Oh boy, back in those days, the good old days, which honestly in a lot of ways were not so good. But now I get to talk to you, and I'll never get interrupted. How about that? That's pretty awesome. All right, that's done. And gentle reminder to myself, putting that back up here. In theory, I got this set up right now for reverse flies. This machine feels great for normal flies though. Every now and then, I haven't done that in a while, but that is not part of the Monday, Wednesday, Friday strength workout. Maybe eventually it will be. Probably not within the next 2 years. The goal is to hit this workout for 2 years to definitively see if it changes me. Plus diet, of course. And there are experiments I'm doing with my diet. One thing I am curious about is I like the idea of doing 40-30-30. I used to do 40-30-30, which is a quick way of saying 40% of my calories from one macronutrient and 30 from the other two. I used to do it a long time ago, 40% from carbohydrates, usually trying to go simple carbohydrates, like vegetables instead of sugary substances. But now I'm switching that 40% to protein. So 40% protein. Oh, fuck. Oh, whoops, excuse me. Dips. Gotta do dips. Why am I? All right. So, yeah, 40% protein, 30% fat, 30% carbohydrates. What I might want to switch to is a 50-50 and do 50% protein, 50% fats, and then the next day do 50% protein, 50% carbs. The next day, it might be a train wreck idea. I'm not going to do that for maybe next month or two. April. By the way, today is Monday, April 8th, 2018. Right now it's after work. It is 17:56, aka almost 6 p.m. I'm going to do a quick set of dips. I'm going to do quick 3 breaths. All right. Whew. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Next set is going to be a set of 6. We'll see if I got the framing good. I've been doing a terrible job of framing the dips. So there's the top, there's the bottom, probably right in the middle there. Looks like that could be right. I'm probably not doing dips in the best way, tucking my feet in case I lose my grip. So my knees aren't the first thing to hit the concrete. My feet will be, but realistically, this is really good. Oh, one thing I do, one of my mini exercises every now and then is sit like this, and there's a couple different ways. The straight way, which is nice, but supposedly what works your stomach even more, bend your legs, angle your knees out, point them together like a point a little bit but not touching, and then try it that way. And you can feel the difference in your stomach. It's weird. So yeah, try them either way. What feels worse or better on your stomach? I don't know which you should be going for. Anyway, wow, I'm breathing pretty hard. All right, quick set of 6 of these. Let's make it happen. Yeah, try to tuck my knees not too high, but pretty high. 3, 4, 5. Oh, 6. See the shaking in my leg? Whew. Not a good place to be. My body's shaking like that. I don't know. Maybe it is a good place to be. Anyway, so that's done and out of the way. And it was tougher than it looked. Whew. somehow I muscled it out and dropped my pencil. All right. Oh, there we go. The trusty green pencil of the notebook that has my workout stuff. All right. Anyway. Whew. All right. Put the notebook down. Get a little bit of a breather. Go deep on the breathing. Let's angle this, sort of. All right, I think that's good. Wow, we're already 11 minutes into this. Woo, so much for speed. All right. This is exercise number 4, incline curls. Before starting the video, I set up the weights so I have the correct weight. Gonna do a few more breaths this time. Gonna go kind of deep with it. Gonna really feel it. So I'm gonna lean back. Ooh, that feels kind of good doing that. Woo. Yeah, that's fun. Woo. All right. Gonna use a different finger method instead of tip, knuckle, knuckle, base, knuckle, knuckle, tip. Gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Kind of the same thing, goes to the same number, but fingertips all the way through thumb to fingertips. I don't know, a little bit of variety. I don't need to be that far away from this. Good thing, this bench, 30 bucks. These weights, these dumbbells were substantially more, but they're adjustable. It's kind of cool. For the price, I don't know if I'd recommend them, but I like them. I bought them as a graduation present for myself, so yay me graduating. By the way, if anybody ever tells you, if everybody ever tells you, if you get an MBA, you're guaranteed a job at least $60,000 a year, you're not guaranteed anything, my friend. So yeah, there is that. Oh. But then again, I might be just a weirdo. So hey, maybe you don't have the situations I have. I don't know, I haven't figured it out, and part of me is done trying. Ugh. Although I'm still trying. So, hey, if you know anybody that's seeking, anyway, I won't pander. Forget about pandering. I think this is 8. Now the second set of this is what I increased this week. Last week I increased the first set of this. I think it was last week. Anyway, last time I did this workout I increased the first set of this. So that's cool. I'm going to drop the weight down a little bit and go for like a series of 10. Oh, by the way, I'm turning the weight, but I'm double checking my numbers with the flashlight. The light in here is kind of diffuse. So, and here's a weird thing. I don't know if it's my eyes or what. Straight on, light pencil. If I go at an angle, I can see the pencil better. Go figure. Just noticed that the other day, well, probably on video. So, kind of looking at it in the non-diffuse light. And yeah, a series of a set of 8. Next one's a set of 10. Then after this, we're lateral raises, and we are done. And maybe I'll do some talking time with you. Oh man, And I forgot to set some of my security settings. Shit. Sorry, shoot. I know how you feel about that. I respect it. And since you have earned my respect, maybe some of this is going some way for me to earn a little bit of yours. I know what you would say to this. I don't need to hear it. Wow, that's a good way not to learn respect. Not even listening. All right, now I'm just second guessing myself. Breathe, work. There might have been a bonus there. I'm not 100% certain. The breathing was just feeling good. I was thinking more about the breathing than moving my muscles. I should have been thinking about the muscles. But such is the way. It's not going to be perfect, but it is going to be progress. All right, so that's done. And I don't have to change that to any particular weight. Just got to go lateral raises. Go lateral raises. Part of me wants to go for a higher weight on this, but I've already upped something. So maybe next time, depending upon how this feels, might jump this weight up because it seems a bit light. But I won't know till the end of this workout how light this really is. I want to do a kind of a wider stance, but my legs, hit my legs. So I'm gonna try that narrow stance, see how that feels. Yeah, it's pretty light. One thing I can do to make it difficult is do a bounce at the top. I know in stretching they say, oh, don't bounce. I like bounce. It's never given me an injury. Maybe this for the first time it will, and it'll be caught on video. All right, let's see if we can get that in the frame. We'll be able to see the bounce. And it's just a bounce at the top of the exercise. Yeah, we'll go up like that. That should be framing me pretty. That's probably all right. Yeah, there we go. Not too terrible. All right. Oh man, that is sweaty. Ugh. Don't worry. Even if it's my own sweat, I still wipe it down. But I'm not gonna video that. All right. Here's what I mean by the bounce. Let's see if I can get a good frame. First, I probably should do it like this. All right, I'll just do a set of 5 like this. I got 4 sets of 5, so at least one will be like this. That's the bounce. So I'll try it from this side. Take a few deep breaths. Not too much of a bounce per se. I'm not really pronouncing the bounce, but it's a little bit of an extra hold at the top, but it feels like I'm trying to bounce. So, and wow, I'm really feeling the blood flow in my shoulders. I'm not feeling bad. I'm feeling kind of good. Maybe this is the right weight for the next time. And I got to think about what I was feeling strong about and then up the weight on that. So this is set out of 5 sets of this. This will be the 3rd set of 5, so it'll be the 4th set. Hopefully I'll double check my counting with the video. Thank you, video. Just for the giggles of it, I've decided to do that extra rep just to really get that bounce in there. A lot of strong blood flow. Oh, there's something going on. It is good. It is magical. Oh man. Right now, Winks would be running by me saying, "You're doing a good job." And I'd be like, "Thank you." Man, I miss you. But if you're an atheist, you just haven't had enough people die on you. I don't know. I really hope there's an afterlife. I've had so many wonderful people die on me. And it's just, I really hope there's an afterlife. Because a lot of this, like, what's the fucking point? Oh. This will be last set. I'm going to try to do it slow, controlled, real good, kind of a bounce near the top, more of a hold, not so much bounce. By the way, lateral raises, you do not need heavy weight. It's amazing how much you'll feel with a light weight. Or at least maybe that's just me. Maybe you can do 1,000 pounds. So kudos to you. But me, lightweight is definitely a good place for this. That being said, I'm going to stretch out a little bit. Oh. Oh, 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 whew. Feel good. All right, real super quick stretch just to iron out the kinks. Now I'm talking. So yeah, that's done. Let's see about the minutes. Hopefully it's under 20. Yeah. Nope, 24 minutes, almost 25. So, I did not do this workout under 20 minutes. I'm gonna be shooting for 30 eventually. Time constraints, using time for just simple things. Now this is a point where we have a little discussion. Now, there's only really 2 people, maybe 3 people that I can think of that would be interested in this video. And out of those 3, only one's interested in the discussion. If you're not that one person and you're interested in this discussion, hey, you know, make some sort of comment about it, because I guess this is, in theory, available to the world. Yeah, part of me really doesn't want that, but thank you for bringing me out of my shell and showing me that maybe the world is a wonderful place. And maybe my ideations of eventually becoming a hermit, you know. Anyway, okay, so this is the talking time. Thinking about talking points, all sorts of wonderful things, breathing exercises, all sorts of good stuff. I'm not going to do videos on certain things in my life, certain habits, certain things I'm developing. All this, like I said, the main gist from me to you is going to be, you're going to, if you want, which somehow I think you do. Hopefully you're doing other more important things. You're not just sitting there watching the screen. This is in the background, so good stuff is happening. Okay, yeah, I just imagine you watching in the background all of these and just being, yeah, you did it. I didn't think you would, but yeah. So let's say 2 years, 52 weeks a year. Let's give a basically 100 of each different workouts. There's 3 workouts, so that's 300 on a, you know. So, wow. So in 2 years, 104. Oh man. Technically, if I do everything right, 312, I guess, of these workouts, and you're gonna sit through all 312. Not at once. You're going to be on a journey like me, but it'll take you 2 years because it's going to take me 2 years. So there's the good stuff there. But yeah, the other stuff that you might be interested in, I'm working on. I do mini workouts, and some of my mini workouts is just I do 2 things basically. What I call comfort, and then the comfort tolerance test. What a comfort workout is I just do something until I feel uncomfortable. Whether that be chin-ups, now there's certain things I do on the regular that I know I can do without much of a problem, just do prescription-wise, like just like this. One of them is the L, because of my body, I make it shaped like an L, and I do 3 chin-ups, and then I do, basically, I jump up to the bar and float down, which is slowly let myself down, not really float, obviously. That's eccentric motion, and it's an eccentric only exercise. It's me testing that out, but the first thing I do is the 3 chin-ups. So 3 chin-ups, make my body into an L. That means just bring my feet out, you know, both feet out. Wow, this chair is a little unsteady for that. That I do almost every day. Let's see here. That warm up for these workouts, I do that every day. Usually in the morning, if I don't have a workout like this. In theory, even though it's afternoon now, I should be waking up early enough to do this workout first thing Monday morning, first thing Wednesday morning, first thing Friday morning. There has not been a week where I've gotten up at 5 in the a.m. or 4:30 or 3 o'clock or whatever it is. And it looks like that's less likely. There might be a thing I'm doing on Sunday night, which will require me to not only sleep in on Sunday, but maybe take a nap or 2 just to charge up so I'm good for maybe 5 a.m. Monday morning. Who knows? Naps are powerful. I had one last night that was really awesome. That helped for today. I might be doing this wrong, but if I can total 7 to 9 hours, that includes my naps, a day, I think I'm giving my body enough of a time to heal up and do what it needs to do. I am waking up with an alarm almost every single day, which is not the best thing. So what I'm gonna do is not have anything crucial Saturday or Sunday mornings, and at least 2 days out of the week I'm not doing alarms. So I'm talking way too much about stuff you don't care about, so please stop this video. Yeah. These are, yeah, our agreement. You don't have to go through these sessions, but hey, it gives me an excuse to talk out loud while I'm don't have wings to talk to. So yeah, and yeah, I don't think I'm going to do anything with the Invisible Friends yet. It's still on the shelf. It's still a possibility. I might, but I can see, like, wow, what if I get too used to that and turn crazy? And like, I think I'm not crazy. I try to test myself, is this reality real, da 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 da, and that might be something a crazy person asks themselves. But every time I've heard about crazy people, and the little I know about it,
is most crazy people never even question if they're crazy. So you're probably okay if you're questioning, well, what's going on here? And part of that is lucid dreaming. I've read a little bit about lucid dreaming. So questioning if your reality is real is actually a good way to go, hey, am I dreaming? Like, hey, can I, is my hand, go to this clock, look at it again, go to the clock again, still the same. I don't have another digital clock to look at, but looking at a digital display, preferably clocks, twice in a row, one than the other, if they both say the same thing. Your brain can't handle the background running on that when most people are dreaming, supposedly. So it's a gateway to lucid dreaming. Anyway, so things I'm working on the workout side of things is comfort tolerance test and the comfort workout. Comfort workout is just basically do push-ups or whatever until I feel slight discomfort, slight, and I just cop out of it. Now, comfort tolerance training only once a week, and a muscle that I want to kind of hit for whatever reason just feels extra good that week, and it's like, oh yeah, here's your reward for feeling extra good there, buddy. I'll, maybe it's my back, and I'll like, okay, let's see how many chin-ups I can do, and it won't be till, I won't say muscle failure. I don't know if I've ever gotten to muscle failure. I believe I have gotten to muscle failure a couple times in the last 6 months, but there's part of me that says, nah, you still have a way to go before you get to true failure. But basically I go to a point where I'm beyond uncomfortable. So comfort training is going till you're slightly uncomfortable, just getting used to the exercise, feeling good, trying to do a really good form and all that. Same thing with comfort tolerance training. No momentum, all that kind of stuff, really examining the muscle, really thinking about it, really diving. I hate the catchphrase deep dive and all that, but really going, focusing on the muscles themselves, really trying to hear them, really trying to ascertain what's going on, really trying to feel it. And go slow, maybe super slow and controlled. It changes all the time, but really trying to feel it. And okay, you're slightly uncomfortable now, but how close to failure? Or do we got more in it? And I'll just keep on asking myself if I have a little bit more in me, and just keep doing it. Fortunately or unfortunately, obviously I don't tape those. Maybe I should. If you request me to, I will. But really, I do that only once a week, and I do that in such a way that, like, I don't count. Maybe filming would be a good thing for counting, because I have no idea on the numbers, and I'm probably embarrassed. It's just like, wow, you can only do whatever. And I'm like, yeah, that's where I was feeling it. That's where my end point was. Anyway, so it might deflate my ego if I actually count them and be like, wow, I thought I could do 50 push-ups, but you just died on 30. I'm like, oh, that kind of thing. So yeah, anyway, so doing that, I get to the point, I just keep asking if there's a little bit more left, Okay, let's use that little bit more. There's nothing I'm holding back for. That's not on a strength training day. The best day for that seems like the Saturday or Sunday, but it changes. I do it just randomly when I'm feeling really good, and then boom. Anyway, so comfort tolerance training, comfort training, which is mini workouts randomly. Then there's the kind of protocol of like the wake up protocol, which is basically the warm up for this stuff. Then there's the L training. Then there's stuff I do at work. Red light, I got grips, and I do my grips. One of these days I might shoot a video on that. 3 exercises just like this, but this is me being easy on it, but really trying to push against myself, going super slow, and it's just a simulated push-up basically. Across the body though, for some reason that feels really weird and good, but you do that like 3 times. I used to do that a lot, just pump out the numbers, and I'm like, oh, if I do it 70 or 80 times, there's gonna be at least a couple of those will be good, but if I do it 3, and like you can't go beyond 3, you can really push your all into those 3, and it feels a lot better. And stoplight, as soon as the stop, green light, you're watching the light, obviously. So yeah, these are some red light things. Yeah, there's a couple other exercises I do at red lights. One thing would be like a curl, a fighting yourself curl, which would be like that. Another thing like that, I haven't done that in a while, but it's, your triceps, you're doing the same thing. I'm not gonna do it right now because just did the dips, don't wanna get wonky on that. And I definitely felt those dips, so I could. I'm just gonna do one each side. But yeah, just that, and pushing it back in. 3 times at a stoplight, you feel good. You're blessing stoplights basically, and you're keeping your eye on the light so your hands are on the wheel. You got your grips. You put your grips to the side. Your hands on the wheel. If it's a really long light or a train, you put it in park. Sometimes I just do stretching out my calf muscles and see how much I can stretch high and stretch upwards. Yeah, there's a couple other things you can do like that. Put it in park and just do your double bass. Do a flat double bass. Sometimes heels first, sometimes toes first, heels first, toes first. And then eventually I'll get to like heel toe, heel toe, heel toe, double hits. And I can't remember that drummer's name. I think it's Virgil Donati. I'm not sure. Anyway, I think there's a drummer out there that can do double stroke, double bass, which is a technique I've been sadly trying for years, and I haven't gotten smooth. And then there's the diet side of the equation. In the diet side of the equation, I'm basically doing right now intermittent fasting for the most part. Seems like I'm not doing it every day. There's within every 7-day window, if it's been 7 days since a cheat day, I feel like, oh, okay, I can do a cheat day. It's a different way of saying every Saturday is my cheat day. I kind of like this, like, if I haven't cheated in 7 days, then I can cheat. So it pushes it beyond that 7-day window. And you also don't feel like you have to, but it's just been like, okay. Now, I'll be honest with you, there's some days I've broken that 3 days in a row, and I know what that stumble feels like. So intermittent fasting, basically a 40-30-30 with the 40% of the calories coming from proteins, 30% fat, 30% carbohydrate, which means roughly for every 7 grams of protein, 9 grams of carbohydrate, and about, I guess it's maybe 2 grams of fat, somewhere around there. I have it all written down. And sometimes I scientifically go through. And if you want to see a video about that, I can go through. Yeah, this would be a fun challenge because I've never done this before. But it would just be like, hey, could I shop for a week and pre-prepare all my stuff? And yeah, it might be several of the same meals, but shooting for about 2 meals a day with the intermittent fasting, 20 hours of fasting, 4 hours of eating. And you're not eating all 4 hours. You're just basically doing 2 meals that are roughly 4 hours apart. I'm not getting too hardcore about that. I could get super hardcore about that and super militant. But if I do, there's kind of a backlash. So it's just like, maybe, maybe not. It makes life a little bit easier. And I actually go through those hoops because I'm not really pushing myself, and there's like this internal part of my brain that wants to resist anything that pushes too hard. Just like people, if you want someone to think a certain way, attack them from the opposite way, and then they'll get in the defensive position towards the other thing. It's weird. So yeah, I am the easiest person for myself to fool. Let's see here. There was like 6 things basically I was doing. All right, the strength training, there's that. The comfort tolerance testing, the comfort workouts, the intermittent fasting, the 40-30-30. There was another thing, I can't remember what it was. I think it might have been, making sure, which is always a thing, 7 to 9 hours of sleep, which doesn't always happen, but I try. But anyway, those are the 6 kind of health things I'm kind of going for right now. Any one of these, anybody that might be interested, even if you're not the person I'm talking to and for some silly reason you're still watching this, like, hey, I'll shoot a video about that. Like, if you think what I have, if you've exhausted the internet and have came up wanting about something I've mentioned here, then yeah, I'll furnish the information, but only if you've exhausted the internet. And in other words, you ask a question and I might do an internet search and be like, oh, I've already found somebody who did a better video than I'll ever do. Yeah, you can tell my production value is going to be really high. Basically what you're getting with me, for right now anyway, and possibly, hopefully, in the future, is there's not going to be a theme song. You're going to get the short version. Most of my videos should have this philosophy. The information first, hopefully, and then all the filler and all that kind of stuff. So if you're looking for something specific, if I write something specific on a video, hopefully I'm doing it right. And my definition of right is the thing you're looking for, then the filler behind it. So the short of it, and then the long of it. So the short and long of it. To the point, then all the extra stuff if you're really interested in. But let's get the most important portion out of the way first. Like in this video, the most important thing is the workout. Now it's just me practicing talking. Yes, this is for me practicing. Communicating with other people if possible. Not saying so much. That would be an interesting thing. I've heard people don't like Not exactly sure why, but maybe it's contagious. So, hiccuping. Maybe people don't like hiccuping because it's contagious. And it takes some mental power away. It could be considered a speed bump towards smooth speaking. Yeah. Also, between and the contemplative pause, the contemplative pause I kind of like. Silence is a very powerful thing. I say this while I'm talking. Almost went with the You feel the difference there? I almost went with the then I switched directions, contemplative pause with the breathing in. I even feel more wise doing that. I just fooled myself, and I am the most easy person for me to fool. So yeah, in my subjective reality, for me, not for you, but for me only, I'm gonna try to cut out the word and put it in with that breathing in, pause, contemplative. And it's weird because it does lead to a quick set of contemplative thoughts. Contemplative? Can I call it contemplative? Contemplative. All right, so I'm gonna go with contemplative and then contemplate when I'm actually doing it. So I'm contemplating something, but I'm also being contemplative. Either, neither, neither. Subjective reality. Many things are true to a certain degree at a certain time. Well, I am out of energy towards talking. I'm guessing, I'm knowing that you want more. I'm hoping. Because if you did not want more, you would have shut this thing down a long time ago. Am I right? Well, I'll leave you with this. A joke. Because I like jokes so much. I've recently done some soul searching. It's gone very intrinsic. And I found out I really like getting things done exactly on time because I'm a premature procrastinator. Later it shall be.